Hi guys, Kai here and welcome back to episode 19 of the FIFA 19 My Player career on the Xbox One, of course, and we are with Wolverhampton Wanderers and we're hoping to carry on with some good form. In the Premier League, we are pushing towards the top of the table, which is of course where we wanted to be. So long may that continue. We want to be challenging for the title come the end of the season. We're almost midway through this season so far. I think tomorrow's episode will be the start of the January transfer window. Again, as I've mentioned, we are not looking for a move away. I know a lot of you guys in the comments have told me to move squads, but we're not looking to do that just yet. This isn't going to be a long super series. It's not going to hit like the 100 episode series anymore. I'm going to do much shorter series, and I know we've had a couple of suggestions to go ahead and do real life players in a My Player career, so we may do something like that for one of the youngsters, maybe through Europe. So obviously leave your suggestions down below. If you think there's a young talent out there in one of these clubs who we should go and actually play as the My Player for the career, and then go ahead, let me know and we'll look into it. We could do like a Reece Nelson one, Sancho at Dortmund. There's all sorts of players out there, and I'm sure there's plenty of other names as well that I don't even know of. So let me know and we'll take a look. That'll be looking for the future series yet. We've still got to concentrate on this one. So as I said, we're not looking to move away from Wolverhampton Wanderers just yet. If we do qualify for the Champions League this season with Wolves, then I think we are going to stay for one more year before we do actually hand in a transfer request. We want to see how we get on in the Champions League. This is the Europa League right now, so we did well to even qualify for this competition in our first season. And then of course we want to go that one step further in the Champions League, try and get Wolves to the very top before we do think about heading away. Well, let's concentrate on this season here right now. We are 2-0 in front, and I think we're pretty much confirmed as going through to the knockout stages of the Europa League. So we've had a good season in Europe right now as well as the Premier League. So fingers crossed, as I said, it continues. Kai is getting in there with the assists. He's picking up a few goals now and again. Not so many goals because of course he is deep in midfield. But as long as the assists keep coming and the results keep coming as well for Wolves, the victories, then all is good in the hood. We'll just need to concentrate now. We don't want to concede any late goals. Let's try and keep ourselves a clean sheet here. Kai's up to a 7.5 rating as that ball just gets cleared out there. And we do have a handful of games to go even after this match ends, so don't go far just yet. Let's get this ball clear. And surely, ref, that has got to be time up almost. We will have a look at the Premier League table as well at the very end of today's episode to see exactly where we currently stand in the Premier League title fight. But there is the end of the first game. We are still training Kai on the set pieces, as well as I mentioned in the last episode. We're training him on the penalties and the free kicks. So hopefully soon we will be the designated penalty kick taker and free kick taker, at least for the short range free kicks. So fingers crossed we can get that as soon as possible. We've not actually checked the stats for this free kick or set pieces for a while, so it's probably something we need to have a look at to see how well the training is actually doing for him. We're not doing the training ourselves, we're actually just simming it. Makes it much easier for ourselves just to continue on with the gameplay, of course, and continuing on with the games for Wolverhampton Wanderers. So first Premier League game of today's episode is an away match, playing a lot of away games recently. This one against Brighton and Hove Albion. We should be the favourites for this game, so fingers crossed we can go out there, put in a good performance and get the job done. Massive gap open up on that far side. Here is a chance to get the crossing. Kai is asking for it, and there he is, nodding it into the back of the net. I said he doesn't score many goals, but finally he gets in there, and I think that might be his second or third goal in the Premier League this season. And just under an hour gone here, and it is Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Nice little cross there, nobody close enough to mark him, and boom, nicely headed, nicely placed into the back of the net. And how many is that for the season? Let's have a look. That's his second Premier League goal of the season, so yeah, I thought it was about that. I'm sure he's going to get many more before the end of the season, but the main priority is just to get Wolves the victories and get that one clear. What is happening with the defence right now? We're approaching full time. We don't want any late mistakes here. Wolves, come on, concentrate here. Is Kai just wasting a little bit of time, going sideways, not playing the ball too far forward, because we do not want to lose it. Even the AI can let us down like there. Look at that terrible pass, an easy pass for him to do, and he still gives the ball away. And now we need to concentrate. Come on, defense, get that ball clear. It's always going to be danger until the final whistle blows, and there it is. The final whistle blows in. Second game of today's episode is over and done with. Kai picks up an 8.1 final match rating. He's still meeting his targets, as you can see there, and now we have actually got the Europa League knockout stage draw. So let's have a look. Lille have got Manchester City. Olympiacos, we take on Olympiacos. We are away from home for the first game. Monaco, Milan up there. Malmo, Valencia, Ghent taking on Juve. Remember, Ghent were in our group stage games. So Olympiacos away. That's going to be interesting. Hopefully, as I said, we can get through that game and get to the next stage, which will be fantastic. At least we didn't meet one of the big teams right away from the knockout stage. Remember, the Champions League teams have come down now into our competition, so hopefully we can go out there, put in a good performance, and get ourselves through to the next round. We want to go all the way, or as far as possible at least, and then of course try and qualify for the Champions League through the league if we don't go on and win the Europa League. We want to finish in the top 4 at the very least, which we're looking pretty decent to do right now. If not going for the Premier League title, we will, as I said, have a look at the league table standings at the end of today's episode. So we'll see how well we are doing. We are in good form now in the Premier League, and we're looking for another win here after beating Brighton a short time ago. We're up against Burnley now at home. But as you can see, there's not been many chances in this game to speak of. There's going to be a late change here for Burnley. Wells going off, and that guy there, I'm not entirely sure who that was, just came on. That one, wow, that goes out of play. It was Barnes who came on there for Burnley. So it looks like this one is going to be ending goalless, 0-0 draw. I do normally just skip the draws, to be honest, but we wanted to just get it in there just so you didn't miss out on exactly what is happening right now, especially with the look of the league tables coming up after one more game in today's episode. So there is a final whistle then, still unbeaten at least. Let's jump into the fourth and final game, and it is against my hometown team, Derby County. It is Boxing Day then, one day after Christmas. Hopefully we can go out there and get the job done this time. Want to get ourselves back to winning ways immediately after that draw against Burnley. It is going to be Derby County then kicking off here at Pride Park, or the iPro Stadium, whichever you want to say. Derby County, actually my dad's team. He's always supported them since he was young, and he's not very happy that I am an Arsenal fan, but what can you do? Now, I do follow Derby County results, so I do follow them, making sure that they're still doing okay now and again. Frank Lampard now their manager, of course, so that's interesting for them. Hopefully they do get promoted, fingers crossed to do it, then I can at least go and watch Arsenal in my hometown. It'd be interesting. I've only been able to watch them a couple of times here in Derby, but enough of all that. Let's continue on with today's action. We want to try and get ourselves the victory here. Kai's got a +1 on his vision for, I think that was 1,500 passes in total in his career, and that's good passing play here from Wolves. Kai asking for it just outside the area, laying it off to his teammate, gets it back, a bit of space open up, decides to hit it, and it flies into the top corner. That's his second goal in one episode. I don't think that's happened yet, at least in separate games. Well, there we go, 15 minutes gone, and he scores in his hometown to give Wolverhampton Wanderers a 1-goal lead. And as I said, Dad won't be happy with that one, but what a goal it was. Can't really take that away from him. Just outside the area, boom, smashes it. Goalkeeper nowhere near it. It is Derby County 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, and Kai does get his 3rd Premier League goal of the season, 2nd of today's episode. And we are into the second half now here at Pride Park. Derby County in possession, looking to get themselves back on level terms, but Wolves do win possession back in midfield. Here is Kai. Nice little touch there, just doing the defenders. A little bit of trickery going on. He's going to carry on his run here. He's going all the way through. Can he score a second? He can't, but his teammate is there to tap it into an empty goal. And Wolves double their lead, 2-0 in this Midlands derby, and we are looking good now for the victory, for the 3 points. And I've just noticed it is another away game. How many away games are we going to be playing? surely it's got to be an episode full of home games soon. But Kai unlucky there, not to put that one away himself. He did go for the low driven. I think it was a little bit too close to the goalkeeper and not driven enough. But there is Bonatini. He gets his first Premier League goal of the season then for Wolverhampton Wanderers. And we are approaching the end of the game. Into the final 10 minutes here at the iPro Stadium. Derby County losing possession yet again. Kai is there stealing it off the feet of the defender. He's getting forced out wide. Kai is in the box looking for another goal here. He's very hungry today. Wants to put on a good show here. And there is the third goal. It wasn't coming from Kai. But I think that's Dolberg. Or is that Wolf? That's Wolf, isn't it? And I can tell by the hairstyle there. It's Wolf. He scores again. I think he might be the top scorer for the season so far. There's Jack Wilshere on his back. Can't see his name. But I believe that is Wolf to score Wolverhampton Wanderers' third goal of the game. And Kai actually went up for that as well. But cracking header, nicely placed. Again, the goalkeeper couldn't get anywhere near it. And that's his 6th Premier League goal of the season. And things are looking good. Nice for us to get back to winning ways at least after that draw against Burnley. And as I said, we are in fantastic form. We are going to look at the Premier League table once this game is over. Kai's had a great game. He's currently on an 8.9 match rating. We've got 1 minute of added time remaining. Come on, ref, blow that whistle, and then we can look at the Premier League standings. Derby County looking to at least go on one more attack here. Good defensive work there from Wolves. And there is the final whistle. So, a nice victory there to end today's episode. 3 goals, nil. Kai, as you noticed, is an 83 rated player now. So, very, improving very well, I must say. 18 games played. And we're actually level with Spurs at the top of the table. 5 points clear of 3rd and 4th place. And 5th, of course, Arsenal there. And Watford, Southampton, Leicester City all doing well as well. So, there we go. 2nd in the league. We are looking good. Leave a like if you did like today's episode, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one.